I went absolutely ham on my power rankings this week. Just about every single team went up or down. The top 10 looks completely different, and for the first time since mid-June, my Angels moved up. Let's get into my power rankings right after this. What is up, YouTube? It is your boy NMR Sports here, coming back at you with another MLB video, and today we're going over my MLB power rankings. Before we get into today's video, don't forget to leave a like on it, help it reach more baseball fans, and shout out to Thrive Fantasy for sponsoring this video. Go ahead and check them out at the link in my description, or use promo code NMR when you make your first deposit. They'll match your first deposit up to $100, and you'll get 2 free $20 contest entries, so a $10 deposit gets you $60 worth the free bets. Why do you not like free money? Take the free money they're giving you. Go ahead, play some bets. NFL season's coming up in the MLB postseason, so it's going to be a great time to play some wagers. Go ahead and check out Thrive Fantasy. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Start talking about the 30th best team in all of baseball. Now, like I said, a lot of shakeup this week, and it's starting off here with the number 30 team in all of baseball. That is the Detroit Tigers. Congratulations, Detroit Tigers, for making it into the basement. First time, I think, this season they've been number 30. Just an awful baseball team. What is there to say? Awful baseball team. The hitting is just atrocious. Most disgusting hitting I've seen in years. In years, I've never seen a team that hits this bad. And the pitching's okay, but it's not good enough to win baseball games because you have to score runs to do that. So they are just not a good baseball team, and they don't really have that bright of a future, in my opinion. I don't know. The Tigers are a mess. I might make a full-length video about it. Just above them, we got the Washington Nationals, who just called up C.J. Abrams, and they are, while they aren't good, they are have won 2 games in their last 10, as opposed to the Tigers, who have only won 1. They just called up C.J. Abrams, like I said. Luke Voigt's been hitting some home runs over there, which is good to see. They have a somewhat bright future, I guess, but right now I got them as the 29th ranked team in baseball. Nobody's really scared of the Washington Nationals, especially without Juan Soto. Just above them, we got the Oakland A's. Very much, I don't know, all 3, maybe all 4 of these teams are pretty awful right now. The Oakland A's just can't seem to score runs either. One of the worst offenses in all of baseball, and they traded away some of their best pitching. Just above them, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates, another team that I never really expected to be very good this year, and they're kind of proving me right at the moment. However, I do like some of their young prospects they got going on over there. And just above them, the Colorado Rockies. They've just been slumping like crazy. They're 5-5 in their last 10, but they're 13.5 games out of the wild card. They just haven't been playing very well. They also have a negative 99 run differential, so they just give up so many runs. Their pitching staff is just disgusting. It's so bad. It's almost as bad as the Tigers' offense. All right, moving on to number 25, we got the Chicago Cubs. The Chicago Cubs have been playing some pretty good baseball as of late, and maybe I should have moved them up a little bit higher, but I still feel like they're the 25th best team in baseball. I don't know. It just feels like a really good spot for them to be. Maybe I could have flip-flopped them with our number 24 team. That is the Miami Marlins. Talk about a team that just can't win baseball games, man. 2-8 in their last 10. They just, I feel like I haven't seen them have a 500 or above week in over a month. They just haven't been winning baseball games. They got swept in 4 games by the Braves, who are a very good team, don't get me wrong, but the Marlins just can't seem to do anything right now. The offense is bad, and they're calling up their prospects too, and they still can't win games, so I don't know. Not really sure how I feel about the Marlins. Hopefully they spend some money this offseason. Just above them, the Arizona Diamondbacks. I did get some heat for that in my last week's ranking, having them below the Colorado Rockies, so I fixed that this week. The Arizona Diamondbacks, 7-3 in their last 10 on a 2-game winning streak. They are actually playing pretty good baseball at the moment. Christian Walker's been tearing the cover off the ball. They're just a pretty solid team, honestly. Like, overall, they do need some more talent on that team, but they do have one of the top 5 prospects in baseball, and Alek Thomas looked fantastic. Made a really good defensive play the other day, so pretty bright future there in Arizona. And just above them, the Los Angeles Angels. They swept the A's, they split a series with the Mariners, and they beat the Twins in a series. The Angels are back, everybody. Congratulations. I would like to announce it. The Angels are back. I love what the pitching's been doing. I'm in love with Reed Detmers. That man has been a stud lately. Patrick Sandoval's still doing very, very well. We all know Shohei Ohtani is amazing, and even guys like Jose Suarez have really been picking up the slack as of late. So I really like what I'm seeing. Even Tucker Davidson had a good start yesterday, so love what I'm seeing from the pitching staff, and the hitting's coming along. You know, some guys, Luis Rengifo is red hot. Ohtani's still hitting pretty well. Guys like Jared Walsh got to pick it up. But right now, Angels 22. Just above them, the Texas Rangers. I gave the edge to the Rangers because, while I do think the Angels have a better pitching staff than the Rangers, I think the Rangers lineup is so much better than the Angels right now. That's why I put them just ahead, even though they have just about the same win-loss record, and they've been doing about the same as of late. I think the Rangers were, 500 in their last 10? Yeah, 5-5 in their last 10. The Angels might be the hotter team, but I do think the Rangers are the better team. All right, moving up to number 20, a team that I honestly like making this ranking. I still don't like it, but I don't know. As far as how they're playing right now, the Kansas City Royals, man, they are playing like the 20th best team in baseball right now. So that's where I've got them at the moment. Just above them, the Cincinnati Reds. Red hot offense, but man, that pitching staff is really, really gross right now. Honestly, both of these teams, I really don't feel comfortable where they're at, but as far as how they've been playing, I gotta have them where they're at the moment. Just above them, the Boston Red Sox. Not really indicative on how they've been playing lately, but I do think they do have a very solid team. And do I think they're going to be a playoff team? Absolutely not, but still a pretty solid team. I think they could easily beat any of the teams below them in a series. Just above them, the San Francisco Giants. They've been playing pretty well lately. I think they're out of postseason contention for the most part. There's still a chance, don't get me wrong. They're 6 games back. You know, they could pull off some St. Louis Cardinals 2020, 2021 devil magic, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I still like where they're at, though. I still like the roster that they've got over there. Just above them, the Minnesota Twins. Talk about a fall from grace. I don't know where I had them last week, but it was inside of the top 10, but you can't lose a series to the Angels. You can't get stomped around by the Blue Jays, who were pretty cold. They just overall have not been a very good baseball team as of late, and the bullpen, even though they made some trades at the trade deadline, the bullpen has looked terrible. Emilio Pagan is just a home run magnet. So I don't know. I don't really like where the Twins are at. Got them at the 16 spot currently. Okay, next up we got the Milwaukee Brewers at number 15. You guys know I'm a Brewers hater. Are they a little bit lower than they should be? Probably, but you know, I'm not a big fan of this roster. That's why I got them at the number 15 spot. They're currently out of a wild card spot right now, so the Brewers as it stands right now are not a playoff team. Just above them, the Baltimore Orioles, who are still a fringe playoff team. As it stands right now, they're actually 1.5 games out of a wild card spot, which I'm very impressed with. Adley Rutschman is just an absolute beast, and they still got some pretty good, bats and some good arms in the minor leagues that they can call up pretty soon. I think the future is very, very bright in Baltimore at the moment. Just above them, the slumping Toronto Blue Jays, outside of the top 10 for the first time in a while. They just haven't been able to win games that they need to win. The starting pitching is still very weak. Jose Mid-Barrios, as I like to call him, has been awful for them. Yusei Kikuchi has been awful for them. And even games that are started by their good starters like Manoah and Gossman, they have not been winning those games. So outside of their offense, I really don't have a lot to smile about when it comes to the Toronto Blue Jays, which is why I got them at the 13th spot. Just above them, a very surprising development. The White Sox have actually been playing pretty good baseball. They're on a 3-game win streak right now, 6-4 in their last 10. They are 2 games out of the wild card and 2.5 games out of first place. So quietly, the White Sox are starting to play like the team they're capable of, which I really like to see. I'm a big White Sox fan. I would love to see them win the AL Central, but as you can tell, they are not the top-ranked team in the AL Central right now. We'll get to that in just a minute, but just above them, the San Diego Padres. I've been giving them some slack because I think their roster is very, very good. But at the end of the day, it comes to the performance on the field, and their performance on the field has not been great. It's not been great. Since they traded for Juan Soto, they just haven't been playing good baseball. They are under 500 in their last 10. What are they? 4-6 in their last 10. They are still, solidly in a wild card spot. They have a half-game lead over the second wild card spot. And they are 16 games back of the Dodgers, so I don't know what I think about the Padres right now. I don't know if they're a playoff team. We obviously got the news about Tatis. That's going to be a heartbreaker, so we'll see what happens in San Diego. But without further ado, let's get into the top 10. All right, first up, we've got the Seattle Mariners. The Seattle Mariners, as they say on TikTok. The Seattle Mariners, man. Not looking so hot as of late. Since the All-Star break, they actually have been just about a 500 team. I think they're a little bit below 500 if I'm not mistaken. We all know they were on that really hot streak before going into the All-Star break, but since then they just really have not been able to get it together. They are going to Anaheim to start a series today, so hopefully they can get some wins under their belt. They are still solidly in a playoff spot at the moment. Let's see, how many games are they? They are a half a game lead over the wild card at the moment, and not really any shot at winning first place in the AL West. So Mariners, very good baseball team. Just above them, though, I have the Tampa Bay Rays. While I do think the Mariners have a better roster than the Rays have been playing better baseball. We saw Drew Rasmussen almost throw a perfect game against the Orioles the other day. The pitching is just phenomenal. The bullpen is lights out. The starting rotation is great. There's just a very, very, very good pitching staff, and the hitting has been good enough to win baseball games, and it's going to be a really tough road to the postseason for them, though. Just above them, we got the Cleveland Guardians. Talk about a red-hot baseball team, man. This team, I think I had them at, 16 last week, and I moved them all the way up to 8. That's how good they have been playing right now. Jose Ramirez, one of the best hitters in all of baseball, is red hot right now. Steven Kwan starting to heat up again after he had a really hot start to the season. Ahmed Rosario, what the hell? Ahmed Rosario, every time I turn around, Ahmed Rosario is going deep. I don't know what's going on there. Andres Jimenez is fantastic on both sides of the baseball, and their pitching staff has been great, including their bullpen. So the Cleveland Guardians, I really like what kind of baseball they're playing right now. Do I think they can make it deep in the postseason? No, but I do think they can win the AL Central as long as they stay hot like they are right now. Just above them, we've got the Philadelphia Phillies, a team that I am very surprised about right now. I honestly thought they were going to finish in 4th in the NL East coming into the season, but they have just been proving me wrong every single day. They are very, very, very good at winning baseball games. They traded for Brandon Marsh to help with their defense. I really like what they got going on there in Philly. We'll see if they can surprise us in the postseason, even if they, honestly, if they make it to the division series, that would be surprising enough for me. So, Philadelphia Phillies, number 7. I'm going to get flamed for this. I don't think I am. Honestly, if you've been watching the Yankees games, you should know that they deserve to go down. They are 2-8 in their last 10, have not been good at winning baseball games. The same magic that they had at the beginning of the season where they were just winning games left and right by sheer willpower, 3-run comebacks in the 9th inning, I don't know, they were just good at winning baseball games. They are not good at winning baseball games right now. They're still hitting pretty well. Aaron Judge is still on fire, still clearly the best hitter in all of baseball, I should say. Not gonna go any further than that, but Aaron Judge has been fantastic. Anthony Rizzo's been hitting for some good power, but they're really missing Giancarlo Stanton in that lineup right now, so hopefully he comes back healthy. They really got to call up top prospect Oswald Peraza. Not top prospect, but like 3rd prospect in their farm system, something like that. Really got to give him the call up, and that could help with their offense. But right now, overall, they just haven't been playing well. Clay Holmes has been struggling in the back end of the bullpen. It's been a really tough road for the Yankees as of late. Hopefully they can heat up going into the postseason, though, because they could be an absolute force to be reckoned with come October. Just above them, the St. Louis Cardinals. St. Louis Cardinals. This is definitely a hot take. This is definitely a hot take right now. But they swept the Yankees. How can I put them below the Yankees after they just finished sweeping the Yankees? They clearly own the Brewers. They have the Brewers number. They are leading the division. They're a very good baseball team right now. Are they going to go deep in the postseason? No. But they are a very good baseball team right now, and they absolutely owned the Yankees when they faced them at home. So I got the Cardinals above the Yankees currently. Just above them, though, the Atlanta Braves. My bandwagon team for the postseason when it comes to the National League. I love what they got going on there, and they just finished up a 4-game sweep of the Marlins, which isn't that impressive, but still impressive when you sweep a 4-game series. Doesn't matter who it's against. Okay, this one was really tough. I'll just reveal the number 2 team, because we all know what the top 3 is. I'll just reveal all 3 of them. This was really tough for me. The Astros have been phenomenal all season. I gave them the edge because I think the Astros have been better as a whole. They're 7-3 in their last 10. I like the roster a little bit more than I like the Mets, but the Mets with Jacob deGrom back, holy shit, man. This is literally 2A, 2B. It's not even close. You cannot fit a piece of paper between these two teams, how close it is between 2 and 3 right now. Honestly, I would not be mad. I'm sure there'll be Mets fans in the comments saying I should have them at 2, and I don't blame you. I kind of agree. But I'm sticking with the hot hand, the team that's been hot all season. 4-game winning streak, 7-3. We got the Astros at 2. Mets 8-2 in their last 10 on a 2-game winning streak. They have been tearing the cover off the ball, and they're pitching, man. Jacob deGrom is so much better than every other pitcher in baseball. It is comical. It is prime Mike Trout versus everybody else. It is it is Bob Gibson. It is Pedro Martinez in his prime. He is so much better than everybody else. It's not even funny. Max Scherzer is fantastic as well. That 1-2 punch is ridiculous. It shouldn't be allowed. There should be a rule against it. But as far as the whole team goes, I think the Astros have the stronger bullpen. I think the Astros have the better rotational depth. And I think that the Astros have the better lineup, I'll be honest. So the Jacob deGrom, Max Scherzer almost puts them, just by themselves, almost puts them above the Astros. But right now, I think the Astros have a better roster as a whole than the Mets do. And then obviously, number one is the Dodgers. They are so much better than everybody else right now. They just can't lose. They legitimately can't lose. They were on, what, a 12-game winning streak, and they finally lost a game to the Royals yesterday. So 9-1 in their last 10. They are 16 games ahead of the Padres, who are currently in a wild card spot. 79 wins, the most in all of baseball. They've only lost 34 games. That is absolutely insane. Their run differential is plus 247. Plus 247. They've scored over 600 runs. They are the only team in baseball that has scored over 600 runs, and they're one of what? Three teams in all of baseball who've allowed less than 300, and they're the only team that scored 600 runs. They're so much better than everybody else. It's not even a question anymore. The Dodgers are the team to beat. They are playing like we thought they would. We'll see what happens when it comes to October, but right now, the Dodgers, undisputed number one team in baseball. Whew, I'm out of breath. That was a long video. Thank you guys if you made it this far into the video for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more daily MLB content, and check out Thrive Fantasy at the link in my description. Get some free money to bet with, go into the NFL season with a bang, and bet on some MLB games as well. Like I said, $10 gets you $60 worth of free bets. It is a no-brainer. At least give it a shot. It's a great time. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day.